Okay, break time over. Let's figure out a plan to raid the Great Bay Temple. Go. Okay, I'll need to get the Great Bay Boss Key, and that's in the shop. Conveniently, I do remember free 200 rupees every time I start up. I like that. Okay. Now there's one thing in West Clocktown that I haven't checked yet. I kind of neglected that, so I'm gonna take a look at it now. It's over here in the lottery. So you come in here, pick 3 numbers, and if you win a prize, it would be... Oh, hello! That's a good thing. And right away, I'm already starting with notes. Okay, so how the lottery works, you pick your 3 numbers, and if you get them right, you win the prize. But the numbers themselves are set for every 3 days. So day 1 has its own set of 3 numbers, day 2 has its own set of 3, and day 3 has its own set of 3, but they're always the same. So I have to figure out what the numbers are, and then if I come back here on a different cycle and plug in those same numbers, I'll win the prize. So that's good. I've already got that set up. And then, meanwhile, I gotta go and buy the Great Bay Boss Key. So let's go do that. Maybe I'll come back for the silver rupee later. So there we go. Great Bay Boss Key. I'll just do that. Okay. And according to my notes, alright, well, that's actually really convenient, because taking a look at my very handy notes, I now remember where the Great Bay Small Key was, and that's also right next to a place where I can get a refill of Chateau Romani, which is really good in this game. If I ever find a refill of Chateau Romani, I always make a note of it, because having infinite magic for 3 days is really good. And also just going to slow time down here because I want to try to get a lot going here. Maybe have enough time to do maybe another temple? That'd be... Oops. It's not that hotkey, it's that hotkey. There we go. Let's roll. Still don't have the Song of Healing yet, so I can't do anything up at Darmani's grave. If I can just find the Goron Lullaby, then I'll be set. Oops. Missed there, but thankfully I can just roll up the hill. And we're back on track. Okay. Yep. Oh, that's good. I need those, I'll need some arrows too. I know I'll get a refill. Ooh, this is the first time I'm gonna pick no. I shall pass no judgment. If that is your decision, then return to town after retreat courage returns. But I have the courage and the ability to see the invisible platforms. That is honestly the first time I've ever clicked no for that option. I've never experimented and seen what he had said. Nice. If I'm stationary, I'm a good shot. There we go. Refill of Chateau Romani, which I am going to immediately consume now. And infinite. Ooh, dark blue. Works for me. And there's the Great Bay Small Key. So I've got everything I need now to do the temple. So let's see what I can get done. I'm not going to go for the stray fairies right now. I'm just trying to beat the temple as fast as I can. Okay, all stocked up. So, to awaken the way into... There we go. Oh. Oh. There we go. I had my left and right mixed up. So this will now allow me into Great Bay Temple. On top of a giant turtle. The open seas of Great Bay have need of my might, so let's get going. Onwards. Okay. So, yep, just gonna go for the stray fairy, or not gonna go for the stray fairies. And those chests don't get randomized, so if I know where a stray fairy chest is, I don't have to go for it. Bit of a time save, really. As confusing as this dungeon is, I do like the atmosphere here. Like, I know the water temple itself had a serene atmosphere, but I like the mechanical atmosphere of this water temple. Essentially, it's a water temple. Okay. I will need to go there. So, since I'm already here, just make my way over. So this dungeon here makes use of the ice arrow predominantly, but it does have the occasional usage of the fire arrow. So I'm freezing water and or melting ice to create waterways. But this is... Oops. Now, I just remembered, I do actually have a skip that I can do with the Fierce Deity's Mask. But I'm just going to do it this way, and I'll... just for the sake of doing the actual dungeon. Oops. Thank goodness for infinite magic. How can I make the jump? There we go. Now there is a stray fairy in here too, but again, don't have to go for it. I would have to go set up an ice platform in the corner of the room. Oops. Recoil not getting me today. So there, I at least have the green waterway started. And down we go. So it is this way first, I guess, since that's just where I went. It's kind of cool that I do have infinite magic, so I can just keep the shield up for as long as possible. But I do have a chest here that is part of the random pool, so maybe I'll get something good. Or not, but I do kind of want to get some money going. Reason being, I haven't done too much with the bank yet, and that is basically just free rewards just for depositing money. So I'll try to pool towards the 200 rupees I need for the first reward, and then kind of just work my way from that. Oh yeah, here's a Fierce Deity skip for you. Tall enough I can climb up. Don't have to do the actual puzzle, which is... Oh, just gonna get blown up by a bomb chew. But I don't have to do the puzzle where it's freezing the chew that's down there and pushing the block towards it to climb up. So, essentially, just a time save. Then we go back in the water here. It's over on the back part. There's one thing I do love about Zora swimming in this game. There is a lot of agility when it comes to swimming and turning. If you get good at it, it's really good. There we go. Good at swimming, bad at opening doors. So there are 3 chests in this room that I can get. If I don't get blown... Oh, there we go. Not having you blow up in my face this time. Chest number 2. Well, okay. That is another good thing to keep note of, because well, I do only need 2 keys. I can keep note of which 2 are easy to access, and then use those 2 when I eventually raid Stone Tower Temple. And if I do find all 4 in one... Oh, did I must have pulled my shield out at the right time. I must have pulled my shield out right there, because that was kind of cool. But I did need this. Well, okay, not necessarily, but at least to check it. Okay. And now for another Fierce Deity skip, because I did say I was going to try breaking a few things with this game. Not sure if Zoralink can do this, but I know for certain Fierce Deity can. Because of Fierce Deity's height... Okay, maybe not that. Although it is kind of fun to see Fierce Deity Link doing things outside of boss rooms. But because of the jump height, I can actually grab this ledge up here, which skips a boss fight. So I can just open up the boss key chest. Hey, free heart piece is a free heart piece. Oops. And then I can make my way back to the main room. And then down here... Oh, good, I nailed it. Go up here. Now this will be a little bit more time. Oh, just on the edge. Well, you knocked me out. That's fine. Just missed. Yeah, there you go. Not missing that time. Alright. Is this one gonna... Oh, good thing I missed. Because that guy probably would have knocked me off. There we go. So now I've got the entire red waterway started up. That was a lot of speed. Not sure why that was. But now that I got the red waterway going, I can do... yeah. There we go. Now that I got that all going, I can reverse the waterways when I go back to the main room. And thanks to the one key, there is one thing I can check here. But I gotta check on the roof first, and that's not unsettling in the slightest. So now it's time for Great Bay's mini-boss, Wart. Now, the usual way you do this is hookshot the bubbles around the eye off to create enough holes to actually strike the eye. I kinda circumvent a little bit of that by just hacking and slashing my way through everything when the one eye opens up. Because, if you didn't notice, I am really tall. So if I can just make enough holes, I can strike my way through, damage Wart enough, that I can activate phase 2. Never seen so many bubbles before. Thanks for the heart. So, the strategy that I did there is a very risky strategy, especially if you're low on health, like I am. So it's just, I gotta wait for him to open up his eye. Yes, I will take health, please, thank you. That actually was a little dangerous. So I just gotta wait for the eye to open, like that. And wait for him to put himself at a good angle. Almost. Yeah. Oh, there we go. So, an interesting thing with Fierce Deity Link The sword beam that he emits when you lock onto a target doesn't affect a lot of regular enemies. It's only the sword itself that can still do damage. Well, okay, there's the rupees. So now I'm gonna make my way back to main room. And then I can go and reverse the waterways. Just a bit of a trek to do so. Just gotta get back up to the top here. Nice. Alright, not too bad of a landing. And there's one thing I know here, it's don't make jumps over water as Zora Link, because you will probably dive into the water. Or find some way to overshoot it. Here we are back in the main room. Just have to make my way over. After a bit of a long fall. And there we go. So now this will bring forth the red waterway, which freezes the wheel in place. And then you come over here to the main yellow switch. And turn it off, which now reverses the waterways. So now I can access the boss room. And it's kind of funny because I said, oh hey, I was just going to get the green waterway started, but I just remembered, you know what, there's no treasure that I actually have to look for going through the green waterways. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Fierce Deity skip that I have learned to do. And go and tackle the boss of this temple that way. Now, if I was doing the Stray Fairies, I would have to go through the green pathway, since there are Stray Fairies down these paths. And one thing I have learned as well, and I don't think this is possible, but collecting the Stray Fairies in every dungeon but the first is impossible, or at least collecting all 15 of them is impossible without having the Great Fairies Mask. So if I do this part here, so you jump down here first, and then you leap, and completely fail that. So I have now remembered that you just make the jump from the top. So let's just get over here so I can take off the mask and not walk a very small tightrope, essentially. And if I somehow am completely forgetting how I do things here, then I would have to go back and turn the green way, but I think this is the way I do it. Yeah, look at that jump height. That's absolutely ridiculous, and it's kind of a shame you don't get to see it normally because Fierce Deity Link is so limited. Oh, that was kind of cool. Be interesting to see how much distance I could cover off of that jump/ricochet. If it wasn't scripted for a cutscene falling in here. But anyways, we have a little underwater menace here. Just swimming around all menacingly. And when he notices his prey, he strikes. Time for Georg. So, there we go. Just keep an eye on... Yeah, trying to get Georg at these angles here is kinda hard to do. It's probably better just to wait until Georg has a little distance from the platform. Like that. Then when Gyor takes enough damage, he summons little mini fishies that will swarm and bite you and be very annoying. But as long as I don't have to jump in the water... Stay in spot. And there you go. Well, that was pretty quick. Gotta say, having the Fierce Deity mask really trivializes a lot of the Great Bay Temple. But I'm okay with that, because it is a little tedious. I don't hate it per se, but it is a little tedious. Well, it's kind of a shame that the reward was 50 rupees. But I do get a free heart piece as what is considered to be the Oath to Order check, which is considered to be active for all 4 bosses. But you only get it the one time, so you don't have to worry about it too much. So that fixes everything in Great Bay. And now, I will go do something that you can only do when you have beaten the Great Bay Temple. It is another minigame. It is an island hopping minigame for those who know. And we'll see how well I do at it, because it is one of those games where you could just make one little mistake and it gets rid of all your progress, and I know that for a fact. There are plenty of times I have done that game and just I lose all my progress. And conveniently again, I have just remembered another thing I can do. But I gotta go visit the grotto over here. Because if there's one thing I like when trying to get things, it's when I can get them for free. So I made mention before there was the lab fish, which in the vanilla game, you would have to collect 6 fish, feed them to a fish at the lakeside lab, and then once that occurs, you would get a heart piece. In this game, I've changed it so that it is only 1, because trying to do 6 is just way too tedious, and I can get a reward this way. Ah, just missed. So, I'm just gonna go see what 1 will get me. Just gonna make my way in here. Now, if there's one thing I'm really hoping for, it's that there isn't an item attached to collecting the 7 Zora eggs, because if you notice, I am severely lacking in bottles right now. That could very well change in a little bit. But having to go multi-hunt for the Zora eggs so I can bring them here just to get one thing, very time-consuming. I don't want that. Oh, hello. Okay, so that is another thing I have to keep in mind. That is... Yep, lab fish. So if I ever need to get that again, which I really don't think I need to, but it's just in case, really. I'll know where that is at the very least. Oops, don't need that. So let's go do the jumping game. So I just have to come over here, and we have this little boat here in the distance. And now we wait for that boat to take us to the islands. But at the very least, it's nice and scenic. There's one thing about this game that I really like, in addition to a lot of other things. I like how well polished a lot of the textures look, like for N64 graphics, I mean. But it seems a lot more fleshed out than in Ocarina of Time. My opinion, obviously, but that's what I feel is one of its strong points. So here we are. So this guy's like, if you want to play my game, just pop into the center island here. So I just have to jump from island to island that has a lit torch, and I'll get points for that. I just have to get 20 points, and I win the minigame. Now, if there's one thing that I have to really be careful of, it's going too fast and messing up a jump timing. And to go back into my mini-game discussion, the one reason I say this game gets a pass is it is get a certain amount of points in a time limit, but even though the game ends if you make the real mistake, which is falling off, if you don't make the jumps in time, but still stay on the islands, you have a chance to collect yourself and keep going that way. So, as opposed to what I feel my reasons towards hating the town shooting gallery are, this game does not have that. For as precise as it is. So my usual strategy here is try to focus only on making your jumps straight forward and straight backwards. So I'll do quick Z targets in the direction that I'm going for, go back to the island, adjust myself, and then set myself up again for the next jump. Now, I can stop as soon as I break 20, but I've got a pretty good rhythm going here, so I'm just doing this for the fun of it and for the sake of saying I didn't take the easy way out. Because I don't know if there would be people out there that would call me out for stopping at 20. So it's like, see right there, I slipped up on my jump, so I had time to collect myself and I could make a jump again. Well, that's a pretty good score for what I normally do. So the prize is, well, I got my money back. So that takes care of that, and I don't have to beat the Great Bay Temple again. So I'm gonna go do something you ordinarily wouldn't do without collecting the seahorse, but it is something I know I can do without it. So I'm gonna go try it and see if I remember how to do things. So how this normally works here, the waters around Pinnacle Rock are considered murky, so there's no way you can see. Well, you can see, but there is a set path akin to the Haunted Wasteland. But the path is always the same. There's no deviation. So if you know which way to swim or walk, if you want to be careful about it, you can do the whole puzzle. So what I'm doing now is there are giant sea snakes in the holes here, and 2 of these sea snakes are guarding treasure chests. So I'm just quickly getting these treasure chests here, and then I'll just leave the rest of them to their peace, unless I randomly find the seahorse, in which case all 8 will die. That would actually be really funny if I found the seahorse in the chest that I still got down here. Because then I could just pluck it open right there, and then he'd be like, come follow me, and then he'd be already here, and he'd say, kill all the sea snakes, and help rescue my friend who is trapped. But I don't have to do that. I'm just getting some chests, and heading right on out. If I can just keep myself from moving too fast. Got a broken camera angle there. That's kind of neat. Alright, well, just pieces of heart, but hey, I'll take more health. I'm amazed that I haven't died yet. I think there was one practice run I was doing of this, and I probably died like 4 or 5 times. And I do know where I screwed up on most of those kills. There was a, we'll say a bit of a shortcut I was trying to do in Woodfall, passing the poisoned swamp. But trying to do that on low health and double damage is not the best idea. Okay, well, that takes care of that. And because I'm here and I feel like it, I'm going to do the Oceanside Spider House. which I've gotten good enough at it that I could probably do it within half a day and get the reward that normally comes from it. Now, this is something that by setting mundane rewards on, I have to do, or at the very least have to keep an eye out for, because all 3 days have a different reward. And if I don't know what I'm looking for, I could be haphazardly doing all 3 days worth of checking. And that means a lot of time consumed. So, that's why I usually say I've gotten pretty good at checking where everything is. Hookshot accuracy aside, I do at least know where to keep an eye on all of the spiders. Yeah, the objective here is just find and destroy 30 golden skulltulas, collect their gold skull, and then come back to the entrance without Song of Soaring out, because I've learned the hard way that keeps you from getting your reward. And there will be a guy at the entrance who's like, hey, can I have this shelter? I'll give you a reward for it. And that will get you whatever item you're checking. But you'd have to do it on all the different days, which means I'd have to do it on every different cycle. Sneak in there. And then we got up here. Alright, well, 1/6 of the way there. Now, you'll see a bunch of stall children around here. There is another thing I can look for towards the end. If you bring the captain's hat along, you can talk to these stall children, and they'll give you a color code. And if you use that, if you shoot the colored masks in one of the rooms here, you can unlock a treasure chest, which is something I'd have to check because it is part of the random pool. Now, the random code itself it's always set when the game starts, but it is different every time, just like the bomber's code. So, I'm going to be doing it through trial and error. And I do keep note of that as well, in case I have to do it again. And keeping written notes of that allows me to do it as if if I don't have the captain's hat on me. So that. Get proper aim for you. Get that one before you go back into your mask. Shoot the web off that. Have you come out. Now, if you're ever doing these and you don't know where to look for the spiders, they do make noise, and the noise increases when you're in proximity of them. So you can, if you are able to hear it in your speakers or earphones or however you're listening to this, you could potentially hear them out of the ear that there's stronger noise direction of. So it is right. That one, I think. Yep. And I think there. And then there's 6 in this room over here and 5 in the last room, so I'm on track. So there's 3 hiding conveniently in a chandelier. Saves a lot of time. We have one that's hiding behind this poster here. Got one that's hiding in this pot here. And yes, I know it looks like I'm getting these like really quick, but there's one thing that having to do this place multiple times does, is it teaches you how to be quick at getting them. Alright, but I can take a little break here to figure out the mask puzzle. So let's figure out what the answer is. Okay, so red is first. And it can be the same color, so red, yellow. Okay, already got 2 of the 6. Okay, so I have to keep inputting the code every time. So red, yellow, blue. Okay, red, yellow, blue. Okay, so red, yellow, blue. Let's try red. Okay. Red, yellow, blue. Let's see, yellow. Okay. Red, yellow, blue, maybe blue? It's kind of a shame I don't have a systematic order for checking these, because... Okay, so... red, yellow, blue, green. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna need some more arrows. I already got 4 of them figured out, which is pretty good. Not bad for only 30 arrows. So red... Oops, that was a miss. That was also a miss. Yellow, blue, green, red. Okay. Well, that's good. I can solve it within 15 arrows, provided I don't miss. So red, yellow, blue, green, red. Okay. So it ain't yellow. Red, yellow, blue, green, red, green. Alright, well, solve the code. Hopefully it's worth it. Spider is not coming down to get me this time. And the reward is just a heart piece. Okay. Well, let's go get those last few Skulltulas. Only 5 to go. We'll probably need to get a few more arrows. Maybe there's some hiding in... Okay, that won't trigger a web. Yeah, if you don't have fire arrows, you can use Deku sticks to burn the webs. Sadly, no portable Din's fire. Although, now that I think about it, you do need fire arrows to get the one that's just above me. Okay, try not to waste any further arrows. So we got this one here. That one there. We have this one that's hiding just behind me on the wall. We have another one that's hiding in this box over here. And then the last one is hiding above me. So I have to just go over here. Ooh, little hop and pull out the hook shot. That was kind of stylish. And it's hiding in this one. And there we go. So I hope I don't have to do that 2 more times. But this is good. And conveniently, the time is just about at night, so I could check the lottery in Clocktown. Alright. So yeah, as I was saying before, you actually have to come out this way and talk to the guy that's up here, so you have to have the Goron mask. I'll tell a little story here once I've talked to the guy. Well, I'm getting a lot of heart pieces now. Wonder what your other 2 rewards are. But yeah, for my little story, I was doing another run of this, and I was thinking of doing the skull, or the spider house, but I didn't have the Goron mask. So I went through, I did the entirety of the place, because I know you don't need the Goron mask anywhere else but the entrance. And I'm thinking, okay, I can't get out, so I'll just play the Song of Soaring. So I soared out. I went to the lab because of the... Yeah, it's probably quicker this way. I went to the lab and swam right back to the entrance, and the guy wasn't there. And I'm thinking, well, this is weird. So I went back down and saw the guy huddling in the corner. And that means that I didn't get the reward from him, and there's no way to get the reward from him at that point. So I wasted my time. Alright, so I have to see what the code is. 794. So all I have to do is come back on another day 1 and input that code, and I'll get the Woodfall Boss Key. So already, things are looking really good. Alright, well, I have a full wallet of 99, so that's perfect for depositing. And yep, so this will get me... Actually, let's play this a little smart. Don't think that is... Okay, that's just shy. But I can come over here, quickly purchase the silver rupee that we got here. Just like that. And that recharges my wallet right back up. And now I can deposit all 99 this way. And that'll get me the 200 reward. Just like that. Bremen Mask. Ooh, okay. That gives me an incentive to visit Romani Ranch. So yeah, maybe I'll make that my next to-do spot to visit. But I will do one thing first. And this is it's gonna kind of come down to the other mini games now, I think. So I want to gonna go make a pit stop at a place that I can use my title deed. Because as you did see, the Deku does sell you something, but there is a reward for getting the trade in. And every Deku has a trade reward attached to it. Oh, you're not gonna let me climb up? So I can go trade in the ocean title deed, and there is a reward from that. Yeah, cool little trick. If you don't want to waste your magic with the Goron rolling. Oops. Don't need to blow up things. Yeah, if you don't want to waste magic with Goron rolling, and I don't necessarily have to worry about that because I do have infinite magic, you just have to hold the control stick up a little bit. If you hold it all the way, that's what triggers the magic. So you'll give me 20 rupees. Well, okay. Then I'll make my way down to Milk Road. I'm going to make a jump to day 2. Oh, that's right. There is another thing I can do. Okay, what would be wiser for me? Okay, so what I'm thinking of right now, there's something I can buy from the Gorman brothers. There's something I can race from the Gorman brothers and win, hopefully. But that requires money. At least 50 to buy the first item if I need it, and then 10 rupees for subsequent races. So if I'm gonna just grab a few rupees here. Oh, right. I can do some wallet purchasing from Tingle. Okay. So let's do it this way. Let's just go in reverse from what I had last time, and I remembered if I don't have my spikes out. Oh, and that's another one too. Okay. Man, just remembering all of these things I can do right now is really helping me out. I just had to get the most confusing one. So there's a puzzle around Termina where you can find 4 grottos, each with 4 gossip stones, one of them being enlarged. And the hint with the gossip stones is they all want to be the same color by music. So you play one of the special ocarina songs, so basically the temple songs, and play it right in front of them, and you can change their color. If you do that to all 4, you get a reward. Ooh, that was quite a trove of rupees there. Pays for the first bit of things I need to do. So I have to go to all 4 grottos. Thankfully, they are well on the way back to what I'm trying to get. It does mean I do have to play the New Wave Bossa Nova 4 times. But because I found the New Wave Bossa Nova and the Zora's Mask relatively early, maybe this will have something, but if I'm just speaking my mind here, I almost feel like this isn't going to have something I need that is of immediate importance. Because I feel like the things that are more immediately needed are kept right at the start or need very few things to function. Oops. Just get up here. Mask on. And the things that are needed necessarily later, like boss keys or maybe certain key songs, they're kept further out. Here we go. So like this could be something I'll like, but it's not necessarily something I'll need. But I will say that I am getting to a point where I'm going to start needing another progression item or two to keep me going. Because I can't do anything in Snowhead, like not until I find some newer items. I will need to get the Deku Mask for easier works in Woodfall. And I suppose I could do some things in the Stone Tower Temple, but that's going to be difficult without light arrows. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. It was going to only be like a minor reward. I do need rupees, so all is good in that front. But I do need... Well, yeah, I can just use the Goron Mask. But I do need rupees right now. 50 to potentially buy something from the Gorman Brothers, which, now that I think about it, I could have bought this much earlier. Still weird that I'm hearing an ocarina coming out of drums. But yeah, there's the 50 rupee item that I might need to buy from the Gorman Brothers. There's the 10 rupees per race that I'll need to do, and hopefully I only have to do that once. If things work out, maybe I'll do Swamp Archery. So there's that too. There's 2 things I can grab from that. So let's see what these brothers will sell me. Oh, okay. So that's another thing to keep in mind. I'll need that up in Snowhead. So Gorman Bros for the 50. Okay, so I made a note of that. And oops. Now I can maybe summon Epona here. I'm not sure if I have to do that outside the ranch or not. Nope. Oh. Quite a spot for you to get summoned Epona, but I'm not going to mind. Okay, and now it's time to talk to the Gorman Brothers, and they're like, your horse is so pathetic. Hey, you want to race us? Alright, now here's hoping... I can do the beginning of the race pretty well. Oh, yeah. If there's one thing I love about this race, it's their cry right at the start. go. So a good tip with this race, as in most racing things, stick to the inside. And try to time your boosts so that it's whenever you hear the sound of the carrot coming back, hit the A button then. There we go. Just enough speed, which is good. So, starting to make up a little ground. And try to avoid those pits. There we go. And piece of cake. Alright, well, what do the Gorman brothers give me this time? And what do they give me? Oh, hello. So they actually gave me a milk bottle. Okay, well, I did say I only needed one, but I have, at the very least, figured out what the Gorman brothers need. Okay. Now, another thing that I just remembered with the Swamp Title Deed, I need to have the Deku Mask to be able to trade the Swamp Title Deed. So that item at present is useless. Now I can go... I'm gonna go get some rupees right now, which I will have to withdraw from the bank, because I don't think I can get rupees any faster. And then I'll go do the Swamp Game. See how well I do with that anyways. Okay, so let's go for about... I'll just probably do like 50 rupees or something. It is a game that I don't fail often. I know I have failed it before, so I'm gonna just get it out there. It's one that I don't fail often. Okay. And I'll just make my way down the south. Faster this way. And rolling as a Goron is kinda faster as... Well, actually, I think racing as the Goron is the fastest form of travel. Thank goodness for infinite magic. Now I don't have to worry about rolling haphazardly. So over here we go. Now, I did visit here before, so... I mean, I could have done the game there. I did have the bow and arrow. So, this is going to be one of those situations where it's like, I took a calculated risk in not doing this, trying to get more items, whereas this would have given me the thing I needed. So, let's see how well I do with this one. Now, there's just certain things I have to keep an eye out for, but there's a lot of things here that are... They'll stay no matter what. Move. There we go. So yeah, every time the whistle appears, that means these birds will come out. And every time you hear a wolf house howl, you have to worry about that. Oops. Get myself leveled out here. There we go. Oops. Go, got that. Level out. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so I saved myself that one. Got that. Yeah, it's the birds in the wolf house that I gotta be really cautious of keeping an eye on. There we go. There we go. Got that. There should be a few more wolf houses that I gotta keep an eye on. And one last set of birds. Okay, no more birds. Go. And one more wolf. There we go. 2120 is a perfect score. Now, I did mess up a few times there. I was a little slow, so I did cut it pretty close. I have finished it where I've had like 20 seconds to go. And of course, it is something that was highly useful. Okay. Alright, what's the second game, God? That's also going to make me feel bad for skipping. Just level out there. Okay, got that. Take that, take that, take that. So we got a wolf coming out here. Got you. Okay, another round of birds. Got you all dealt with. Well, I'm doing a lot better. A lot of the stray targets are already dealt with. Roll those down here. Don't hit that. Okay, whistle comes out. 1, 2, 3. Wolf down. Next round of birds. Okay, birds are dealt with. Alright, so I get this. One more wolf. That's a much better time. That's more like what I normally get. Maybe I was just a little rusty. But that's 2 rewards all taken care of. And... okay, well, a dungeon map to Snowhead Temple. Okay, good news. I don't have to do this again. More good news. That's at least 2 to 4 more things I can check. So... let's go do that. So we'll start with Darmani and the mountain village. So I have to climb up to his grave, talk to him, and he'll be like, "Please heal me with your magic." And then I can use the Song of Healing to do just that. And I'm going to do something here that's a bit of a... I guess we'll call this my big brain setup. There's something that I can use the Song of Healing for on midnights of each of the days. So I'm going to do things that lead up to that by keeping time flowing. And then I can come back to Termina and get the item, use the Song of Healing in the other way that I need to. And all will be good. Just gotta make these hops here. And now this giant cliff conceals the way up. So you can take a look at it from a distance and see what the path you need to climb up it is, and it's always the same. But because I've done it so many times, it's very easy for me to remember that it is just right, left, then right. And then all will be good. And then I'll say hello to Darmani's ghost, get the item that I need here. And just like with the swamp giving me the Song of Healing that was making me go, I should have done this sooner. This is going to be a case of if any of these 4 things that I'm trying to get give me something, then I could have had these things a lot sooner. Then Darmani tells me his life then death story and gives me permission to use the Song of Healing. And then it does skip some good cutscenes, but oh well, playing with cutscenes skipped just speeds things along. Sheer irony would be that I get the Goron lullaby from this. Okay. What are you giving me, Darmani? Just gave me a heart piece. Alright. Well, I don't have to stick around for anything to do with hot water, since I have its better substitute, the fire arrows. So we'll just make our way to Great Bay Coast. And everything's all well and good, but we still have Mikau over here, who's floating half-consciously. One thing I never knew until doing the randomizers, Mikau actually drifts on the waves, and is in different positions depending on what day or what part of the day-night cycle you're on, or what day it is. So you just have to push Mikau back to shore. And then he'll make his way... Oh, I must have clipped out of the cutscene by doing that, because this is a first. Good thing I'm recording this. But now that he's on the ground, I can trigger the Song of Healing. Oh. I didn't glitch it, did I? Did I? I may have just glitched it. Hold on, I'm gonna exit the area, then come back. Thanks for the boost. I might have to push him again, which, okay, fine, but... there is normally a cutscene attached to that. I'm not sure if it glitched it. This is weird. Oh. Maybe it's because it was a different angle. Okay, it's letting me speak now, so I'm going to assume that lets me play the Song of Healing. But that was weird, though. That's a first. Oh. Okay. I'm going to speak to him and then play it, because giving me the trigger for it would assume that it would let you play it. Well, if I needed any more of a time sink to get to midnight, this is certainly doing it. Okay, Mikau, I'm going to at least speak to you. I don't have to listen to his story, but I just have to speak to him. Nope, I will not listen to your final message. But if this glitched it out, then I'll be kind of ticked if I can't do it for this rest of this cycle. Okay, so Mikau is bugged. Yeah, it's not letting me do anything. This is weird. I have never had this happen before. Alright, well, you know what? I'll humor Mikau and listen to his message. And then maybe that'll trigger things necessary to use the Song of Healing. But this is weird, though. This is a first. Alright, Mikau, I'll listen to your final message. And glitch the game out! Oh no. Oh no. I just glitched the game. Oh, this is bad. Oh no. Oh, what do I do? This is unheard of. Oh. Well, this is awkward. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, and this is going to be a bit of a weird fix, but I'm gonna set everything back and do all the things I need to do. And then I'll get back to this spot and see if it works. I mean, sure, I guess this is a good enough spot to take a break, so I guess in the next episode I'll pop back in at Mikau and maybe get the reward then? I don't know, like this, I'm not sure what to do. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed everything leading up to this. And I'll catch you guys in the next part. So, take care, stay safe, and I guess thank you very much for watching? Question mark? Oh boy. Well, time to do everything again. See you on the next part.